Oh, yeah. Man, it has been a minute since I've done that. That's nice. That's nice. Cool. I get to do all of that again because I forgot to hit go live. What's up, everybody? Welcome all to Awaken Place. So, much like the past, today is a throwback episode. What do you mean, Alex? What do you mean a throwback episode? I mean episodes with bad audio, episodes with no audio, repeat episodes. So I just started off talking for a good 2.5 minutes to nobody. Good morning, everybody. What's up? Good to see you. Hope you've been having a good week. And who we're going to be looking at today is Akira Terao, an artist that we looked at about 4 years ago that I completely forgot I had looked at. And the little story that I told before I realized I wasn't live was that I found that when I was looking through random albums, I'm attracted to people that look a lot like Yoshino Fujimall standing in an alley smoking a cigarette. Because this is the second time I've randomly picked an album and it was the same thing. But I started with Nobu Saito, so I had good intentions with what I was doing. All right. I realized I wasn't streaming because I wanted to say good morning to everybody. Manly Bobby. What's up, Bobby? Good to see you, homie. Glad to see that somebody made it through the first couple minutes. They're like, is he coming? Is he going to come today? I don't know what's happening. Yes, I am here. Good to see you, my man. Okay, so without wasting any more time, let's jump on over to our research window here. Boom. Here's what we're looking at today. Akira Terao. So, as I mentioned earlier, we looked at this album back in 2020. It was like I looked at this earlier in my YouTube. I think it was episode 53 of season 1 of Wake and Bass. I just looked at a quick little clip there. That was when I had all the multicam stuff going on. Oh, how I've downgraded since then. But this album, Akira Terao Reflections, it is his, I believe, second studio album, solo studio album. Yes, 1981. It appears his first one was 1970. So we might have to look into why there was an 11-year gap in there. Might have an interesting story. And we'll read a little bit more about this cat here in a second. But in an effort to try to get through a lot of this music, let's just jump right in. Listen to our very first track here, Habana Express. Let's see if we can recognize any good sounds, any good sights. Probably not sights. Maybe. Maybe it's visual music. We don't know. I had to look up what this rap was, or whatever he's doing. I was singing, but it's like singing rap. This is cool for 1981. Yeah, we're gonna go over these lyrics later. This is slapping, man. Okay, man. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm about it. like, yeah, where's the guitar solo now? That just hits so hard. Also, notice how good his voice sounds. Really, really nicely mixed. Yeah, it's really sandwiched in there nice. Hey, what's up, Han? Good morning, homie. Thank you so much for the donation. Takanaka here. Oh, Masaki Matsubaru's here. That explains it. Very cool. All right, that was a cool first track right there. Very interesting little spoken word poetry rap breakdown thing. I don't know exactly what you call it, but that was very, very cool. Yeah. Han exactly nailed it. Bro really wanted his message to get across in this song. Yeah. Let's look at the lyrics for a second. But he also adds instrumental sound really good, though. It does. We'll talk about the mixing here after we talk about the lyrics. Excellent. Let's look at these lyrics for a second here. So it's very cool how you're doing this pattern. You know, and really, I don't speak any Japanese, but the enunciation of how he was speaking real quickly. It's the same thing as if you're listening to, rap, any language of rap. One big component, unless you're mumble rap, looking at you, Meek Mills, then you need to have enunciation so people can understand what you're saying. Not to be that guy, great example, Rap God, Eminem. You listen to that, man, he's going, everything I do at a supersonic, really, really fast, but you understand what he's saying. So, it's a cool idea, hard to do, well executed. Now let's listen to what he's saying here. So the first line, I put a cigarette in my mouth and rolled up the window. Okay, so there's our album cover. I feel like I'm finally back to myself. I say goodbye so easily. I can't win against you being carefree. Encounters are like a storm in the south. The love that uprooted yesterday. I can live like this with you. I was dreaming a dream that wasn't like me. Drunk in the wind of Havana. I just slept with you. What an endless love. Maybe it's not love. Looking at the undulations of the yellow fields. I remember your hot body. That's a great way to end any chorus. I remember your hot body. But it's a pop song. I like it. There's no way you can settle down in one place, my destiny. If it's a love that doesn't hurt, it's better not to. Don't worry about feeling blue. The sound of the rails engraves hope. I guess that's a train reference. Man, it's got I miss your hot body and a reference to a train. Next station, 2 train references. Okay, so it's the perfect song. Okay, we found it. All right, very cool. Well, starting off at a stiff 100. That was a very, very interesting set of lyrics, especially in the city pop world, both in execution and in content there, because it's usually a little more vague, not quite so pointed as, yeah, we slept together last night. But AOR, man, you know what we're talking. Is this considered AOR? Yeah, here we go. Kaiokyu, pop rock, AOR. For those of you who don't know, AOR stands for adult-oriented rock, or also album-oriented rock. It's very confusing. I think this falls into the album-oriented rock. I really don't I get confused on that one, but somebody in the comments, you can jump in, help me out here, what you think. But yeah, before we go on to the next song here, really good mixing. Really like all the sounds. I mean, there's no question we have got a huge heavy hit list of heavy hitters here as far as all of our musicians, people who arranged it, people who are recording, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, again, love the quality of the vocals. Really, really well mixed, really well seated inside of everything else. We were talking last week about how you can hear when things are really mixed, not just left and right, but a little bit in a spatial forward and backwards way. It makes a huge difference. And I'm not getting this 3D effect, but I am getting this layered effect where I can hear not only volume of people mixing, but how it's seated, where the drums are going to be the most trebly thing. It's going to be in the highest end, and the voice falls right underneath that. When many times the voice can, go on top of all of that through compression or through side chaining, different techniques. So it's an interesting sound, and it's hard to do, and they do it really, really well. So off to a great start. Yeah, Bobby, the lyrics are wild. It's some wild lyrics there. Okay, here we go. Nagisa no Campari Soda. All right, I'm sure I butchered that. I'm guessing that's what the second track is here. Okay. Kind of a standard pop chord progression. Okay, I'm remembering now. Now we're getting into like the, what do we call this? Not doo-wop. Soda Shop Quartet. Let's see what this means. I don't think I know what a Campari soda is. Campari is an Italian alcoholic liquor considered an aperitif, and the Amaro variety, fusion of herbs and fruit and alcohol and water. So this is what he's singing about. Okay. It's always a very thin line with sleigh bells. This is Christmas. I'm sorry. When did this come out? April? Homie, this is a Christmas song. And what did he say? He wanted a Campari soda on the beach? Oh, dang it. Oh, key change. It's a pretty alcoholic drink for the beach. Oh, I guess it's watered down. Yeah, Beach Boys. Okay, so you've had it, Bobby. I'm gonna have to try Campari then. There we go. Okay, so Bobby says it's a bitter herbal liqueur that tastes like orange peels and spice. Very acquired taste. I do like that kind of stuff though, like what's it called, Grand Marinier. I like old fashions. I do like me some orange liqueurs. Okay. I think we got the vibe on this one. We've definitely tagged the Beach Boys and this kind of soda shop, that kind of vibe going back there. So, and I kind of get the I'm recalling now, I don't think this is a super shreddy album. Like, we're not going to get a whole bunch of careless, whispery kind of sax solos or any kind of shred solos a la Gran Turismo, even though we do have Akira Inoue on here. And I'm not sure how do you say that. Is it Inoue or is it Inoue? I'm totally traumatized by Yngwie Malmsteen. If you've ever seen that name spelled, good luck pronouncing it if no one's ever said it in front of you. Also, I learned Leafy, apparently, Laufey, an artist from Iceland. I was saying Laufey, and one of my friends made fun of me, so. My friends are mean. No, they're good friends. One of them. Teasing. I'm teasing. Okay, cool second track. You know, not exactly what I would go to on my go-to list of city pop tracks of what I want to listen to on a chill jam. But if I was on a beach and I did have a Campari, I would definitely give it a shot. I'd listen to the song and see how well it pairs. But well done. Again, sounds good. Going for a style. I think well executed. But we're kind of starting ourselves off with a all over the place vibe. So I had two pretty wildly contrasting songs there at the beginning. But I like it. It's cool. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Bobby. Ooh, fancy. Got a full bar. He's at home. My spare time. Love cocktails. I had a homie who was who got all into that, where he loved making cocktail drinks and doing all that. And one time he came over to our house and he just brought this giant box of like all these random different like boozes and bitters and things, all to make one drink. And I was like, I'm really glad that you're into this hobby and that I get to share in it and don't have to participate in all the collecting of these little bottles, because it was like 20 little bottles of bitters. I didn't know there was that much bitters. Very cool though. Leve, there we go. Thank you, huh? You see, I need constant help. Thank you, Leve. And that, now I remember, that's exactly what he was saying on how to pronounce it. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, we got somebody new here. What's up, Eddie? Eddie Breadman. Good name. I like that. Hey, hello from Japan. What's up? You saw your Bay City bass cover. Oh, epic. Thank you. Thank you, my man. I love that. Was one of the early songs that really got me into city pop is Bay City Rollers. I heard a Future Funk remix of that song and just fell in love. Thank you. Very kind. All right. Yeah, Bobby, that's how all my friends feel. Yeah, it's kind of like the equivalent of being the friend with the truck. Everybody loves you because they want you to help them move. It's like if you're the resident bartender, they're like, yeah, come to every party. You want to bring all your stuff and your booze and your expensive $100 bottle? But I'm sure that you have done your fair share of sharing, Bobby, so thank you for your service. Okay, before we go into this next song here, just a little check-in on who this cat is. So born 1947, still alive, pretty sweet. He's 77 years old. Maybe reach out and tell him, good job on that rap. Definitely like that in 81. Interesting little factoid. He is, it said here, the only male actor to have received both the Japan Record Award and Japan Academy Award for outstanding performance by an actor in a leading role. So we got a little bit of a double threat here. Now hopefully he dances and then he's a triple threat. We'll find out later. But let's listen to a little bit of our third track here, Kiboho, and see what's happening here. See if we can discern a vibe. Oh, we are now in a 70s action movie. This summer, watch out, because the streets are gonna get clean. Why would you watch out if the streets are gonna get clean? I'll figure it out. Oh. And now we've gone reggae, okay. Ooh. I like that little line. Okay, gotta go major. Little melody.
こえない旅立つ場所に戻って
This is like the exact same chord progression as where is it?
そんな気がする
Oh, this is gonna kill me. There's another city pop song that has that exact progression. That was a cool transition though. I just talked right over that, but we'll hear it again. So we're in this like reggaeton.
そういつが見たいから心が騒ぐいつも俺なりに生き方選ぶそれをわがままと
I like the doubling of the voices too.
世界地図壁に貼り
Thank you, buddy.
上はピン投げて決めるの
That's a
さ
good boy.
遊ぶみたいに生きてる男が一人いても生きる 離れれば恋しくなるさ君の面影に触れたくなるさ待っててくれとは
Alright, let's get the most important info. What's his blood type?
恋でも投げて決めて決めてくれ
Okay. Again, I think we get the vibe of what's happening here, so we're just gonna talk over the last little bit here. Unless I hear some crazy solo pop in. Okay, we'll listen. Who's doing this solo? We don't know. I think we all know that that's Akira. No way. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down again and watch. Another solo is gonna just like come shredding in. Fool me once. No. We've heard this one before. Okay. All right, we got something from Eddie here. Do you know Toshiki Katamatsu? Oh yes, my man or my lady. I love Toshiki Katamatsu. There's no question. One of the greatest. He's one of the few famous men in the Japanese city pop scene. This song, Tokyo Tower, is especially popular. I listen to it a lot. Yeah, Tokyo Tower is a great song. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think Toshiki Katamatsu, for me, it's all about, I think it's called After Five Clash. I love that album. I really think that sound was a good representation of him coming up in terms of, I think it's an earlier album, but it's a little more raw in the sound. He's exploring a little bit more. It's a little heavier, which is what I like, a little more rock and roll, a little funkier, a little more in your face. But great album. Let's see here. Kadomatsu. And then he's got like what, Hatsukoi? That's a kick-ass song. Let's see here. Yeah, After Five Clash. Okay, it's not as early as I thought. So I guess it's a little more different than his earlier stuff because Weekend Fly to the Sun and Sea Breeze, I mean, those are massive. But I loved After Five Clash. I thought that was a really, really good album. But yeah, I'm with you, Eddie. It's cool. Hey, what's up, Cornell? Yeah, dude, Toshiki, you can't go wrong. What is Hatsukoi on? Is that on Digger, Gold Digger? I was gonna say, where's Han? Han Solo's, he's like our resident Toshiki expert. It was you, right, Han? Don't you have you've got all these albums. Or you got a couple of them. I thought you did at least. See as a Lady. Well, I don't want to waste time on an album we're not doing here. But the point is, Toshiki Katamatsu, yes, amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, interesting third track there. Kiboho. If that's how you even say that. Once again, a new genre. We got a little reggaeton kind of action there. Mixed, though, with that city pop, or rather, less city pop, more Japanese specific chord progression. So they like to, there was a guy who did a really good music analysis, theory analysis of what these chords are. But it has to do with the basic idea of 1, 4, 5, 1, where you've got your tonic, then you move to your fourth, you build some tension to the 5, we expect to come back to the 1. And they have a specific formula that goes from 4, 5 of 5, to 6, to 3, to 5, to 1. It extends that harmony of, oh, we're trying to go back to 1, and then we go back to 1. And it has a very specific sound that uses half steps. And so let me see if I can find that while we're listening to our next song here, so we can put a little bit of sound to the words of me trying to describe music. All right, Nikki Monogatari. This is a long one. Let's see what happens here. All right, how can I find this chord progression? Japanese pop. Whoa, little violin. Here we go. The axis percussion. This is a nice sound. I like these strings. Who's playing strings? Oh, is this Joe Ensemble? Yeah. I love Joe Strings. Look at all the good stuff Joe Strings does. Okay, that's it? That's not. Really? This is all they've ever done? Tomato strings. Shigeru Suzuki. Oh, Cassiopeia. Cool. Just looking at who all these string players played with. Tomato strings. Hey, Toshiki Katamatsu. There's our connection right there. That's pretty cool. The same year that they played on this. Very cool. Seabreeze. Meiko Nakahara. Yeah, Tomato strings. It's a cool group. Very cool group. Oh, sorry, Han. Didn't mean to make you feel bad. I'm sorry. No, it's all good, man. You know me. All I got are my 2 Jackie Chan albums, which I very highly covet. But I do need to get some city pop records. Let's see, is this one even for sale? Okay. 941 copies. Let's see. What is this? Canadian money? No, that's from Japan. $27. Oh, that's from the United States. Okay, $20. But I'd really want the Cassiopeia one if I was going to do it. Okay, who's playing trumpet? Is this our Susu? What's his name? Trombone? No. I want trumpet. Who's playing trumpet? That's a flute. Is that really a trombone? There's no way that was a trombone. Don't make me rewind to listen to that. Where's our trumpet player? That was a trombone. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, that's totally a trombone. That's totally a trombone. Wow, doctorate denied. Yeah, that's 1,000% a trombone. Okay, interesting song here. So now we're getting, this is, when I hear that AO, and see this only has it as AOR. Very interesting. Wherever I just was for a second, it said just AOR. Whatever. This adult-oriented rock or album-oriented rock, this is the sound I think of. Something that's way more kind of video game, TV show, movie, kind of like background music where it's very atmospheric, but also it has a mood to it of some kind. So a little bit more of a brooding mood. This now, all these chords, it's like, oh, it's an arrival. We've done something. Something's gonna happen. Now we're going into a little groove here. Yeah. Okay. It's cool. We're just doing a little half-step walk down. Bad. Yeah. That's a little different. Yeah, that's just doing a half-step walk. So, very standard chord progression. But what does that mean? When I say a standard chord progression, well, we're talking about that theory stuff. I'm talking about 1, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and turn this down here for a second. Ba-ba, like that. And we'll talk just very, very briefly about theory and chord progressions, just a little bit, just enough, so that we know what we're talking about here. So, Roman numeral analysis. So, as with all things in life and Wikipedia, take it with a grain of salt in terms of it's not always the definitive last answer, but it is one of the best starting places and synopsis locations for general information. So, Roman numeral analysis in music theory is a type of harmonic analysis in which chords are represented by Roman numerals, which encode the chord's degree and harmonic function within a given musical key. Breaking that all down. Harmonic analysis. So you have two parts of music. You've got the harmony and the melody. Melody, generally speaking, is what's being sung. Harmony is everything that's underneath that supports that melody. Another way to think about it. Melody, monophonic, one voice. Melody, mono, one voice. Harmony, polyphonic. Harmonic, polyphonic. You got a lot of voices working together. That's part one, harmonic analysis. Okay. Roman numerals encode the degree and function. So, the degree is the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So is it the first step, the second step, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, and then in music it always repeats. So that would be the degree, and the function, harmonic function, is going to be capital or lowercase. And that tells us, is it major or is it minor? And then from there, we can add even more small little things like they have right here that will give extras, like an augmentation. It gets more complicated. But the basic idea is that we're trying to look at the supporting material, the harmony. It is the stuff that supports the melody. And our language is a Roman numeral set of 1 through 7 that represents our note names. So let's just say we're in C major. So C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4. You get the idea. You go all the way through. If it's a big Roman numeral, it's a major chord. If it's a little Roman numeral, it's a minor chord. Okay, so that's our language that we're speaking here. And now this is what we're talking about. Here are our common progressions. So this progression, let's just listen to it right here, is a 1, 5, 6, 4. That sounds weird, but that's what this is. Super common in our pop music right now. Very, very, very common. Let's see another one. Here's a 6, 4, 1, 5. It's the same thing as above, but it starts in a different section of the song there. So super, super, super common. That's what we hear a lot. And you can look through here and have all these songs. Here you go. Songs that use this progression. Let's just try to... Africa by Toto. That's a big one. All of Me by John Legend. All Too Well, Taylor Swift, Bowling for Soup. Heart, Celine Dion, Blackpink, Rise Against. Man, so many things. 303, a band I never thought I'd ever talk about again. So, really great example to go look through here and just get a vibe of what is that chord progression sound like. Look at these. They're all exactly the same. Exactly the same chord progression. Look at all those songs. All those songs, 100. Over 100. So now let's listen to the Royal Road progression. This is, if I'm correct, this is the city pop progression I'm thinking of. Yep. This is Plastic Love. Dum da dum dum da dum. Bum ba bum bum ba bum. Dum da dum dum da dum. Da da dum dum ba dum. Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. And then we got a ton of songs in here. Let's see if Plastic Love's in here. Nope. Coming on the scene to be, you know it's Plastic Love. Nope. Don't see any Plastic Love. Let's see if we got another one in here. Oh, the 2571. Yeah, that's another common one. So, pretty cool to have to put a name to this, because when you look at this page here, even for me, this is overwhelming, man. This looks like I'm reading, math equations. Like, okay, even though I can read this, a minor 4/7 to a 5/7 to a major 3 major 7 to a major 6 to a minor 2 half diminished 7 to a major 5/7 to a minor 1 is created. We're clearly, it's like, dude, what? That's so much information. So much information. What is better? Royal Road progression. Just to remember that this is try to boil down all these big ones into easier to consume chunks and to start listening for just this kind of motion, this kind of sound. Don't worry so much about all the intricacies and nuances of all the different things, that can happen, but you start to recognize patterns, and it starts to, click more in your mind. Because a lot of people, when they come at it from a theory point of view, they try to write their music with perfect theory and trying to be interesting and reinvent the wheel, and it's just not necessary. Where this stuff comes from is where you've got one guy playing one interesting line on his own. Somebody else plays an interesting line. Somebody else plays an interesting line. You aggregate them together and you're like, what's happening? And then this emerges. Oh, that's where that seventh is. Or, oh, there's a little flat 5 or something weird. They didn't intentionally, usually, start with these really complex harmonies. They are created through a combination of different simpler harmonies, or sometimes melodies. Melodies can combine to become harmonies. So, little music theory lesson there for the day. Hey, all right, we got some other people in here too jumping in. Vince, what's going on? What's going on? It's way better to remember the progressions by thinking about music that uses them rather than only reading theory, which somewhat creates a disconnect since it's just music, or since you just have text instead of music. Excellent. You said it better than I. Exactly. It's way better to remember the progressions by thinking about the music. Perfect. I talk about music theory and making music, playing music, very similar to a race car driver, any kind, F1, NASCAR, whatever, and that mechanic of that car. Does the driver need to know about the car and the engine to be a good driver? Absolutely. Do they need to be a specialist in the exact tolerances of every piston rod and know how to adjust every computer calibration unit in the engine? No, that's the mechanic's job. Unless the mechanic, the driver and the mechanic have very different views on what is most important to their job, but they both work with cars. That's the thing they're doing. So that's what we're doing here with music. And again, I agree. It's way better from a theory point of view. Learn what it sounds like and then put a name to that sound. And then after that, if you're still curious, now you can go in and start putting Roman numerals to that sound. And then you can start comparing other sounds together. Because that's really the only reason why we have theory. It's to compare this song to this song and have a unified language of a way to do it. Cool. Thank you, Vince. That's a really good comment there. I like that. All right. 43 minutes in, and where are we on? Fourth track? Always good. Almost going to finish off the first side. So let's keep going now to Ruby no Yubiwa. See what's happening here. So we've been... All right. We're going to keep that trek going of switching it up. This is sounding pretty rockin' now. A little synthy. Like that. Very cool. Interesting key change. Is Ruby right? He had a Yokohama Tire song. Ooh, I like that. I like that vibraphone. Yeah, Ruby's Ring, okay. Apparently, this won a lot of awards. This song was used in a commercial for Yokohama Tires and the 54th National High School Baseball Invitational Tournament. Huh? Whoa. So when Terao played this song for Yujiro Ishihara, who was the president of Ishihara Productions, a talent agency, and Masahiko Kobayashi, a TV executive, Kobayashi expressed disapproval, saying, "There's no way a song like a Buddhist sutra will sell." It is classics, huh? But Ishihara was impressed, saying, "It sounds good," and they released it. And after it became a hit, they nicknamed the building the Terao Building. Wow. Alright, what are the lyrics to this song then? Let's see here. Okay. Beyond the clouded glass is the windy city, no matter the story heartbreaking, life without the weight of a single dead leaf, since I lost you, while altering you back. You took the ring off your finger. If you want to give it back to me, throw it away. Yes, the birthstone is ruby. These words swirl in my head. It's August, bright sunlight, sworn love. I like solitude. Please disappear. With our collars together, we meet the crowded sunset. While arching your back. These guys are being sensual with their lyrics. It's good though. I like it. Again, it's just it's such a different sound, and it's hard. I mean, it's hard for me to put myself in the mindset of what it was like in the early 80s because I was not born yet. And it's always hard to tell, when you watch media or old shows or anything like that and you're trying to glean, well, what was it really like back then, or what was the sound? I can always easily identify and identify and then also identify with music that's made by people who are like, this is what I want to do. I'm trying to be a combination of these other sounds where these are my influences and then here's what I got. This is me. Versus I want to make some pop music that is going to be really popular and is going to hit a nerve. So the thing that I can relate to, have experience with, is the boy band pop craze of the late 90s, early 2000s. The NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, O-Town, I'm sure like 18 others. But they were all vying for this spot that was equal parts music, visual performance, shows, and image. Image being this marketability thing that they were looking for. And because that's what they were doing, it informed what the music needed to be, and it needed to be this kind of speed machine of efficiency where every single song needed to get across what's the vibe of this song within the first 5 seconds, make room for all of the voices to shine. It's formulaic. And I like that music because it brainwashed me as a kid because I was like, this is so good, I love it. And then later I was like, why did I like this so much? This should be crap, but a lot of it's not. Like, I enjoy these sounds, and that's what it is. It's formulaic. It's designed to be attention grabbing and to be an earwig, get stuck in your, or earworm, whatever you call it, get stuck in your ear. So for this, that's kind of what I'm getting. When you have somebody who's doing genre after genre after genre after genre, it's like, are you trying to hit a lot of the pop notes, or are you just trying to showcase what you're good at? I haven't really locked in on what is this guy's central vibe yet. He's got a great voice, and maybe that's the central vibe is, hey, I'm a good singer. I can do a lot of different genres. I want to show, my cross-section of what I can do. It's very possible. Let's jump in here and chat, see what people have to say here. Yeah, so Vince. So why do they even bother with typing all the songs that use the progression? They could have just put yes. Very true. Yeah, so in the same way that, this progression right here, what were they calling this one? They gave it some name here. The golden progression, or the axis progression. So I guess they call it the axis progression because you can start at any point and it works. But this is our, American pop music. We love that. So the Royal Road progression, you can think of that as the city pop music. So yeah, very fun. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay, Eddie. Yeah. So I'm finding out this Ruby, no Yubiwa, was super, super famous in Japan. Sure, in addition to the car commercial, it also was probably on TV. Let's see here. It's so visually descriptive now, yeah. I wonder if arching your back just means she loved Ed Sumanism and removed her ring. She bowed. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm ruined by American culture. Arching your back seems kind of sexy. That seems like a sexy line to me. But I don't know. I'm also not a poet, so I'm not looking very deep at all. Okay. So, all right, we got a little bit of time left. Let's do one more song here, because, again, I got to meet with my boss. I got to go get some stuff going. Like I said, I got to shave all this craziness off to go take a shower. Yeah, maybe we can hear some Eve. We'll see what happens here on Shadow City. That's a good, edgy name to end it up on. Let's see what we got here. I phasers on the drums? No, they're just panning them left and right. Same chord progression. Ooh, that was different. I like that. Unexpected. Is he just gonna be doing the whole song? I bet. I like that jump, man. That's a cool jump. Interlude solo. I love that chord though when they come into that. It's so unexpected and weird. Lonely Dancer vibes? Yeah. I agree, Vince. It is a cool sound, but I just can't tack it other than just that Japanese style chord progression. This. Sometimes they hit a cool chord on that one. Like after this section here, that entrance chord is really interesting. So after this, I love that chord. It's so unexpected and weird, but really works. I remember the rest of this album now. I remember Dial M was a really cool song. It all comes back to me after 4 years. Nobu Saito right there, baby. And now we're doing like a little samba outro. Going up another half step. Okay. Get a little Takanaka. Get a little Takanaka at the end there. It's not Takanaka, but we can dream. We can hope. Okay. Pretty cool. So, Akira Terao. Very interesting cat here. Looks like he had a very, very solid career. Well known in Japan. Clearly still to this day. Not only for his music, but for his acting. And I guess this one of the songs we were listening to had such a big following because of a commercial. So, pretty cool. Funny how people know your music, across the world for different things. But very cool. Thank you guys for hanging out and listening with this to me. Listening to this album with me today. You can tell I'm a little distracted here. I'm thinking about what I have to do this afternoon. Thank you guys for all the love and support, for all these years, sitting here with me, listening to music, just watching me generally goof around and just hang out. I love it. I love you guys. You're the best. If you have not, join the Discord. Link below. 100% completely free. Amazing place of people. Really, really great. Lots of resources, cool ideas. You can put suggestions for Waken-based topics. I know I've got some lists in there. Working on that. I'm working on some new bass stuff over here. I've got this new practice space that I've getting all set up for recording, so that'll be cool. So hopefully we'll have some new sections where we can do even more instruments and have more things hooked up at once, and just get a little more in depth with everything, and that should be pretty fun. But until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, a wonderful weekend, all that kind of good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and wave goodbye, try to find that click off button. But you guys take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.